Hey everybody, welcome to Mike Goodness. Today we're doing Ghost Talk. Got the chat room open. Anybody wants to come in, talk about anything paranormal, ghosts, whatever. Haven't been on for a while. I've been working out and getting myself in shape. I've been on a special diet called a keto diet. Brings your body into ketosis and makes your body basically a fat burning furnace. So that's what I've been doing. Been very busy. But it's time to get back, see what's going on. As you know, I go out and I do paranormal investigations. I've got a couple of really big ones lined up that are going to be coming up, that are going to come up on my channel, so stay tuned. It's going to be great, seriously. There's one I'll tell you about. It's at a state park that is the place of several Indian battles, and then later an Indian massacre, supposedly by the white man. And this place is supposed to be extremely haunted, and I have a member of the tribal community that's willing to come on and tell this story at that park and take me to the places that are haunted. It should be very interesting. He'll tell the story from the Native American perspective, which I think is great, because I want to get that story out there. I want people to hear history that has been passed down by tradition, and I think that's going to be really interesting. That one's going to be a great investigation. We'll go through the park, we'll take our devices, we'll see if we get any EMF spikes. We'll just see what happens. It should be a lot of fun. So that one's coming up. I've got a farmhouse lined up that, in this house, the guy bought the property just for the farmland, and so he rented out the house, and he hasn't been able to keep any renters in there for more than 2 weeks. They get driven out, and they say the place is haunted. Tons of paranormal activity. He moved a couple of mobile homes onto the farm site and rents those out with no problem. But the house, people live in the mobile home and decide they want to go ahead and live in the house. They try living in the house for 2 weeks, they move right back into the mobile home. So this should be really interesting too. Stay tuned, because I think it'll be a really interesting time. I'm not going to stay on this live stream real long today, so if anyone wants to come into the chat room, if anyone wants to talk, I'm here. Let's talk about paranormal stuff. Let's talk about ghosts. As you know, my place here is haunted. I have 2 ghosts in my building. I have one in the basement. He used to be the barber who owned this building. Him and his wife owned this building. He was the barber, she was the beautician. And she found out that he was cheating on her with one of the shampoo girls, and she pushed him down the stairs, and his spirit resides in my basement, where he cobbles shoes, because that's another thing. Part of his business at the barbershop is he cobbled shoes, and he's down there because he loved that. It was his hobby, it was his pastime. So he's in the basement cobbling shoes to this day. He doesn't really bother anybody, but if you're in the bathroom in the basement, he will say hi to you. Now, the other spirit we have in my building here is the shampoo girl that died a couple of years after the barber. And we're not sure of the circumstances behind her death, but some believe that the barber's wife finally figured out which girl it was and got her revenge. But she's up here in this room, actually, that I'm in right now, over in the corner where the shampoo booths used to be. And she stays there, interestingly enough. And she doesn't interact a lot. She makes things move around the room sometimes. She will throw things at certain women, certain attractive women, actually. She doesn't like certain women. But most men she gets along with very, very well. And she will just let her presence be known. But both spirits are aware of each other's existence. But for some reason, they cannot communicate with each other or be with each other. And I find that fascinating. Fascinating. Why wouldn't they be able to be with each other? Is it a hell created by their own mind? Are they being trapped there by their own minds? You know, they say that when we die, we become like gods, and that our thoughts become reality. So maybe this is their purgatory that they've created for themselves. She's shampooing hair, and the barber's cobbling shoes. And they do this over and over and over for eternity. I find it sad. And how did they get trapped there? Why can't they leave? All of these questions. And that's why I'm in this, to find answers to those questions and many, many more. And I hope you'll stay tuned with me. I hope you'll check it out, because that's my mission. My mission is to find spirits that didn't go into the light at the time of their death. They didn't go into the light, and now they're trapped in between our realm and the other side. They're in this purgatory, this limbo. And they are cut off. They can't communicate. Their prayers aren't heard. It's like a dead zone. And my mission is to communicate with them. And if they want to, I can call for the light on their side through my prayers and make it manifest, and they can cross over to the other side. But the spirits in my building here, I have offered them many times to help cross them over, and they refuse. And they refuse because they feel like they will be judged, and they're afraid of judgment. So they would rather live in their purgatory of their own making. Very strange, very odd. This whole field I find fascinating, and I hope you do too. So I hope you'll join me. But I'm not going to make this live stream last forever. I'm going to start scheduling live streams so you'll know ahead of time when I'm going to be on, so you can tune in. All right? I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mike Goodness. And this is Mike Goodness, Mission Paranormal. We'll see you guys next time. And until next time, I am out of here.